What's up, everybody? Hey, first and foremost, I apologize about the wind noise. It's blowing a little more than I thought it was going to. We're back out here at Between Rivers. We've got John working in the background, kind of cleaning things up with the Bobcat. I've came out today. I had some constructive criticism on my last video, so we're going to do a little bit of a group test here. I've got some Hornady 147 ELDM factory loaded match ammo. I've got some 140 grain hand load boat tail hollow point, also Hornady, and then I have some 147 ELDM hand loads over H4350 that we're going to be testing out as well. I do have a target set up at 100 yards. We're going to go ahead and see what kind of grouping we can get, see if it likes one ammo better than the other. We're going to start out with the 147 factory load, then we will go to the 140 hollow point, then we will go to the 147 hand load. I'm going to be shooting 2 groups with each type of round. I also have a Bog Deathgrip Tripod that I'm going to be looking at. So my first set is going to be off of a buddy of mine's lead sled. It is a homemade lead sled, so we're hoping that that will kind of help take the human factor out of it. And then we will be using the Bog Deathgrip Tripod. I know that it's going to affect the grouping, but if you're going out into the woods and you're carrying it with you, you're probably going to have that and that alone. You can go setting position, you can go from a chair, either seated on the ground, a chair, or standing position with it. We're going to give it a whirl and see what happens. Alright, let's get to it.
There's my target. Here's the camera down there. Okay, so 147. Creedmoor. You have the AD suppressor on the end. We've got the vortex gun 5.56. Let's see. And at the end of this video, we're going to take a look at the target, see what the grouping looks like, and we'll go from there. Here we go, top right. Again, we don't really worry about where this is hitting as long as it's on target. We'll look at the groups. Here we go, right on. Yeah. Looks like it hits to the left. Dead on up and down, but just to the left. Wow, it does not like those 147s. It does not like them. That is a terrible move already. Now we are using a hand load by 140 grain of the hollow point quantity. On this one, let's see, we're going to go on the top left, where I've got marked out. We are hot. very good. And number 3. Oh, and of course it fell apart. That one got a little crazy. Okay, so, of course I'm not letting the barrel cool down. I'm just firing 3, loading, firing 3 more. Now we have the 147 ELDMs, hand loaded by me, over H4350. I believe my exact load was 40 grains. So I've got marked out for the middle right. Show the elevation on the lead sled here. And we're hot. Not seem to like the ELDM 147s. Okay. So now we're going to go in that order again. Only this time we're going to go from a seated position with the Bog Deathgrip. Factories, we're starting with the 147s. The factory ELDM.
Alright guys, I didn't have the calipers with me at the range. I brought it back to the house. I do have some measurements. Figured out what it likes. Not surprised. They're not, none of them are real terrible groups. Some of them are a little bigger than others. It seems to be the 147s, of course. We did do quite alright. Let's look at the target here. So as you can see, we've got a .815 group with the 140. That's from the bench rest, from the lead sled. Here's the 147s from the lead sled. Here is the 147 hand loads from the lead sled. And then we go to the Bog tripod. The way it's looking, it looks like the groups were doing all right. It seems like when the barrel got hotter, they started getting a little spread out. I did have one group that was stringing along. That was the hand load 147 ELDM with the Bog pod, the tripod. That did seem to string a little bit, but still wound up with under an inch. There is the factory with Bog pod 147. Came in at 1.235. Make sure you guys can see these. That is a 1.278, 1.171, 0.815. Best group of the day goes to the 140 boat to haul point hand load off of the Bog tripod at 0.397. This one is deceiving. That is actually 2 bullets went in that hole. Suggestion is, and of course I did measure old school. With an old school caliper, I don't do the digital. I use these to do all my hand loading. If you haven't looked into a Bog Deathgrip, by all means, I would recommend looking into it. Very solid. I was sitting in a chair. The proof is right there in the pudding. I mean, you don't get a much tighter group than that. I'm pretty pleased with that. That's one of the tightest groups I've ever shot. Yeah, I do accept criticism, so the comment that was made on the last video, I appreciate that. Anything that will help me grow is welcomed. I need to get a second camera so I can put you down range. I did have some other people on the range, so it did make it a little hard to get down there to set the target and get everything set up. But that's how it goes. Thanks for watching.